it would make any money.
Yeah.
Did you have investors of any kind?
No, it was all of our savings.
Just the two of us.
And do you have people coming to you now who want to invest?
Yes, we do, but we really want to grow it ourselves.
An IPO soon.
No, but it was funny because when we first were opening the first shop, we had a lot of people, like contractors and people working with us, say, "Do you really think you're going to sell 100 cupcakes a day?" And then enough people say that to you, and it starts putting doubt in your mind. Because when you're a business owner, you really think, I remember the first day we were thinking, we were baking in the kitchen, is anybody going to show up? I hope someone shows up, but what if no one shows up? And when you own a business owner, and you know this too, Carol, like, you don't expect things to go well, and I think
in my experience owning a business, nothing ever did go well. You cannot compare my experience and yours.
Yeah, and so we're thankful. And I think we didn't go into this trying to create this cupcake empire. And
when did you make the decision that you were going to do cupcakes and only cupcakes? That you weren't going to do pies, you weren't going to do cookies, you weren't even going to do grandma's cake, and you weren't going to do sandwiches or anything, that it was just cupcakes?
It was pretty early on.
Yeah, we wanted to focus on one thing and do it really, really well.
And our grandmother had these amazing cake recipes, and we just wanted to update them. I mean, she didn't have Valrhona chocolate back then, but we've updated it with Valrhona cocoa, and the difference is amazing. The taste.
Did you copyright grandma's cupcake recipe?
Yeah. We haven't, but I mean, Sophie and I are the only ones who know the recipe, and 2 other people.
Are they written down anywhere?
No, it's not written down yet. Everything's memorized.
What kind of what kind of agreements do the bakers have to sign who come to work?
We do make them sign.
I imagine they're fairly dense and
no.
all-encompassing.
I mean, we put a lot of effort into the ingredients we use, the recipes themselves. Baking a cupcake 10 seconds too long is too long, and it results in a dry cake.
Do you have waste?
Yeah, we throw it a lot, and our students.
I know you have waste, but it's.
They love the reject cupcakes. The students who work at our shop.
The overbake. Well, you do something wonderful with your employees, actually. That at the end of the day, and I think this is another aspect of your product that's worth mentioning. You never have day-old cupcakes, and you don't refrigerate any of your cupcakes. So at the end of the day, the staff. That's why everybody should try to work there. Anybody who's thin should. The staff get to take home the leftovers.
Yes, they do. And it was really important to us.
And they aren't the rejects; they're just the leftovers.
Yeah. And it was really important to us to bake them fresh every day and throughout the day. So we would never bake and then stop at 10 in the morning and just sell what we have. We constantly bake in small batches, so you're always getting a fresh cupcake coming out of the oven.
And I think a lot of businesses, it's very hard to do that. It's very labor intensive. And it's hard. It's very easy just to take what's left over the next day and sell it the next morning. But we made a decision that we were never ever going to do that. And I think I think customers appreciate that because you can taste the difference between.
Well, I actually think sometimes you should put a little sticker on each box that says "Do not refrigerate" because they actually can sit on the shelf for quite a few days.
Yeah.
That's if they can actually not get eaten in quite a few days, but that's hard. What did you study at Princeton? What was your...
Molecular biology, so nothing related to cupcakes at all.
Did you study any business, any economics?
I worked in venture capital after I graduated for 4 years and worked with startup companies, financing startup companies. So I had kind of witnessed growing businesses from the other side. And, we had worked with a number of phenomenal entrepreneurs. And so Katherine and I always had this entrepreneurial spirit in us.
And you were in marketing?
Yes.
And had you studied any business or any?
None. We haven't started. Yeah.
So given your
experience,
given your little bit of background and your experience, I'm sure you had sat down together, maybe with Mom, and have you tried to, figure out why in a recession cupcakes? What is it about? Does it have anything to do with the recession, or is it this was just a moment that was going to happen regardless?
I think that DC really didn't have anything like it at the time. We were not.
But New York did.
New York did.
And it never became as big in New York as what you have spawned here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that happened. I mean, we just wanted to start a business together, and we wanted to have a bakery where, customer service was, was really important to us, and the way we baked our cupcakes was so important to us as well.
And, given the recession, I think, our price point, a couple dollars for a cupcake.
Have you ever raised prices since you opened?
No. And we try to give our customers, when we buy by the dozen, works out to be like $2.40 a cupcake. So we try to price ours very reasonably, and I think we have a reasonable price point. And I think customers, and especially in a recession, they're going to go to where they can get the best value, for the best product for the best price. And I think that's what's helped us a lot. I was in a bakery, I won't mention its name, but just before Thanksgiving, and they had cakes out that were for sale. And the prices on the cakes were $65, $70, $85. And I said to a friend of mine, I said, that right there explains why cupcakes are a hit. Because, in my experience, you buy a whole cake, you never eat the whole thing, or you feel guilty in that you've got to eat the whole thing, and then you feel guilty because you did eat the whole thing. And you can get one cupcake. It's a gift. It's good for yourself. It's good for a party. But I'm trying to see I'm sure now you have become so successful. You actually have to plan ahead. You have to have models for where you're going to go with this. And you hear the people who call it a trend, and then you hear other people who say you're the next Starbucks. So where do you come down on all of that? Are you the next Starbucks, or are you a flash in the pan? I think Katherine and I have a long-term plan, and I think I don't think that there can be a cupcake shop on every corner like a coffee shop. I think for us it's important to keep our products special. But there's already, what, 2 more cupcake shops planning to come to Georgetown?
Yeah, there's probably a lot more.
Probably more. And I think overall there probably is a bubble, and at the end of it, when the bubble bursts, there'll be only 1 or 2 companies, who are sustainable over the long term.
Do you have any comparable businesses you look at that you say, now this is a model we want to follow, or these are warnings we have to watch out for?
We look out. We follow what's going on in the business world with popular donut shops, something like the Krispy Kreme overexpansion and things like that. And we don't want to become that. Yeah, we don't want to become a mass chain. I think people come to Georgetown Cupcake because it is special.
Do you think donuts come closest to replicating what the matrix is of what you do? I mean, it's sugar and butter and it's baking. And
it does and
it's easy to eat. You can buy only one.
Right, but cupcakes you can bring to baby showers, anniversary parties, weddings. I don't think you
Before you came along, I had friends who had Krispy Kreme baby showers.
And for us, I think what we've really worked on over the past year is kind of the artistic aspect of our cupcakes.
Right, and you've done that very well.
Yeah, and we've done a ton of weddings. Like I think in the spring we were averaging 7 or 8 weddings each Saturday.
Who thought up the pink box?
It was actually
an accident.
It was an accident. It's a funny story. We opened on Valentine's Day.
It's a good accident.
Yeah. Everyone says that we developed this pink box because everyone would love it.
It's distinctive.
It's distinctive, and it's so great that it worked out that way. But in the beginning, we opened on Valentine's Day, and I told Sophie, wouldn't it be great if we had pink boxes to open on Valentine's Day, and we'll just have them for Valentine's Day.
So we had white boxes.
So our whole thing was black and white, our color scheme. And after Valentine's Day, the day after, we had a lot of pink boxes left, and so I would start packaging people's cupcakes in the white boxes, and people would say, "Oh, actually, can I get it in the pink box?" So I'd have to take them all out and put it in the pink box, and then the next customer would come and say the same thing. I want the pink box instead of the white one, and then men would say it. Women, men, kids, everyone wanted the pink box, and I told Sophie, this pink box is hot. Everyone wants this pink box. We should just get rid of the white ones and just go with pink. Just keep ordering the pink ones, and so it's stuck ever since the first day.
So that was not planned at all.
Where did you get that shade of pink?
Because
that is a unique shade of pink as well. I have a feeling that there was more going on here than you're owning up to.
Honestly, that was it. The boxes that we got for Valentine's, and I think
somebody just happened to send you that shade of pink, and you said this will do.
Yeah, we liked it.
And it worked, and I think a lot of things that happen for us happen by accident.
We try not to overthink a lot of things.
Well, don't tell them that at Harvard.